Hello, this is James from Today's English. Today's topic is Seoul, the capital of South Korea. Luckily, I live in Seoul, so I can enjoy many things here, such as visiting old palaces or watching musicals.
Seoul is the biggest city in South Korea. The city has a population of around 10 million people. 10 million people is no joke. So Seoul has an extensive infrastructure network to support all these people. Everything best in South Korea is in Seoul.
This is why so many young people who have just graduated from university want to live in Seoul. Some students even insist on going only to universities in Seoul. These are called in-Seoul universities. The population decline is very serious here, so I assume this situation will continue.
I think so too. Students want to enjoy their college life in Seoul and get a job there. So, James, I know you had your college experience in Seoul. How was it?
I think Seoul is a very attractive city for everyone. No matter how old they are, they would have a fun time here. There is everything Korean in Seoul. If you want to find something traditional, you can visit places like Gyeongno or the northern parts of Seoul. And there are many hot and trendy spots in Seoul too. I've heard that young people nowadays like to go to either Hongdae or Seongsu.
Yes. My grandfather likes to visit Jonggak, which has Tapgol Park. He says he used to hang out with his bros there after the Korean War. He is so old that he should be displayed in a museum. That was a joke, by the way. Meanwhile, my niece likes to visit either Hongdae or Gangnam. She says there are many cute coffee shops there. I went there once with my niece, and the coffee shop looked like Disney World. Everything was so pink and adorable. But I prefer coffee shops where smoking is allowed, like the ones in classic movies.
Yeah. If you like something classical or traditional, you should definitely visit Gyeongno. You can easily find many traditional palaces and old-style traditional restaurants there. This district represents the good old days of Seoul. By the way, among the palaces, I want to recommend Changdeokgung Palace. Some people might say that you must visit Gyeongbokgung Palace if you want to check out traditional Korean architecture, but I recommend Changdeokgung because of how well the palace has been preserved. Gyeongbokgung Palace was relatively newly built when you look at Korean history. It was built at the end of the Joseon dynasty, but Changdeokgung Palace had existed long before Gyeongbokgung Palace was rebuilt.
Dang. You know a lot about history. I didn't realize how serious you are about history. I don't know much about history, but I'm pretty sure I know a lot about trends these days. Seoul has been rising as one of the world's most noticeable cities. Due to the popularity of Korean culture around the world, Seoul has been receiving more tourists from abroad every year. Some of my friends from China and the Philippines have visited Seoul. Of course, they had a good time. I got them really drunk with a cocktail called Sobek-san Mak.
Soju, Baeksaeju, Sansachun, and Makgeoli. Just like this kind of cocktail, Seoul is also a home of Korean cuisine. If you come to Seoul, you can taste many authentic Korean dishes, such as Seollyeongtang.
Seollyeongtang? I have literally never seen a single young person who suggests eating Seollyeongtang first. Only my grandfather is crazy about this food. So why do you recommend it?
Only foodies like me know about the well-preserved history of Korean cuisine. You don't just go to Seoul and have pork belly or gimbap. You've got to eat what's famous there when you travel abroad. You can't eat pasta when you visit China. That's a waste of money and time. Anyway, no one really knows where Seollyeongtang originally came from, but this dish was given to commoners when the king performed rites to pray for a better harvest the following year.
So Seoul has been the capital of Korea for over 500 years, and this dish came from Seoul. Interesting. But I don't want to eat food that my grandfather likes. I can't give up on this. I'm a very stubborn girl. Can you recommend one good dish from Seoul that young people like me can enjoy?
You said your grandfather was a veteran of the Korean War. Let him say whatever he wants to say. He deserves that. Of course, there is a huge generation gap between them and us, and we can just listen to their stories. They are people we should respect and learn from. Sorry for getting too serious. I want to recommend tteokbokki. Yeah, tteokbokki! I love this food because I once saw my grandfather's dentures fall out while he was chewing it. The rice cake was just too sticky.
Ah, I will pray for your grandfather. I know Sindang Dong is famous for tteokbokki. Seoul seems like a very interesting city. It has many tourist spots, so you must visit Seoul when you travel to South Korea. How about you guys? Where do you like to visit in Seoul? Let's talk about Seoul today.